we're gonna call it,
Anything as exciting as this. Be careful what you say now.
right? Okay, Madam Clerk, would you please take us through the roll call?
Councilman Gonzalez,
Present.
Councilman Leonard,
Here.
Councilman Rigsby,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly, Mayor Duper.
Present. Thank you very much. We just had a joint workshop with the planning commission, over a presentation from a developer. I don't think there's anything we have to report out or say about that. We can move on to the invocation of Pledge of Allegiance, by Dr. Daly. We just took a mouthful.
Prayer, not sir.
Let's bow our heads, Father in God. Thank you for the many blessings you provide us. Thank you that for the freedoms we experience in this country. We thank you that we live in this city. Pray that you'll guide our discussions, decisions tonight. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Mr. City Manager, I guess we do have one item to be added.
Yeah, yes, so I would like to see attorney to explain.
We should probably have just a brief explanation of what it is, so then we can determine whether you can make the findings. or
Right,
not.
we have to have two different actions. We have, the first action is whether or not we choose to add it. And then the second would be to actually go through the actual item.
Well, the two findings, you have to determine that there's a need for immediate action, that there's a need to take action tonight. And that need came to the attention of staff after the agenda was posted.
So if you allow me, I'll briefly summarize the staff report. Basically, as you may recall, this council approved the Canyon Ranch annexation project a few months back on May 9th. And as part of that project, 141 acres are to be annexed to the city. The annexation hearing before LAFCO is actually scheduled next Wednesday, so that's 8 days from now. And we were just informed yesterday by the executive director of LAFCO, Mr. Sam Martinez, that the project area has an agricultural preserve designation. So that's why we're coming before you tonight to see if council will approve a disestablishment, which is basically removing the agricultural preserve designation from that area so that LAFCO can continue their process in the annexation with the annexation. So just,
sounded good. I don't know what it means, so.
but just approving that designation that is in an old county map that it never got removed on the county's end. So he's asking us to put it on the record by resolution that it'll get removed by the cities.
Just
Absolutely, for us to continue that annexation.
So to start out, let's see if we can even add this to the agenda, right? So we need a
we need to determine that there's a need to take the action, and that need would be that there's a LAFCO meeting in 8 days. And in order for that to process smoothly, LAFCO is asking that the AP designation in this property be removed.
So moved.
Okay, so we have a first, second, and a second. We do a roll call vote, so we get our 4/5.
And you're also determining that it came to the
Yes.
staff's attention because it just
After the
happened
posting of the
yesterday, and the agenda went out Thursday.
As above, see below.
So the motion is to add this agenda item based on the findings that there was an immediate need to take action on this item tonight. And that there was a need that this came to staff after the agenda was posted. Councilman Jindal?
Yes.
Councilman Leonard?
Yes.
Councilman Rigsby?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly? Mayor Duper?
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you very much. Now, should we open this item now?
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
so now it's added to the agenda.
Okay, so
As item 1/2.
do we need to get any further clarification from anybody? I will say, I talked to Sam, obviously now, and I was kind of amazed that it can literally take months and months to get something on a LAFCO agenda. So part of, I think, the urgency or the request for this is that we potentially could wait another couple of months on that, which pushes back that. So, all right, so do we have a motion to approve that?
I know the answer, but here's the question. If we don't approve this, what exactly would the current owners or the current city do to preserve and have an agricultural preservation? What would it look like if it went to its fullest extent? In other words, everybody wants orange groves everywhere. Do we have the power to plant a bunch of orange groves there to honor that designation?
Have to be property owners.
So it's a meaningless designation. Yes. Okay, I support.
Okay, so
Eliminating the
you
designation.
support that in the form of a motion.
I'll second it.
And a second. Madam Clerk.
Motion is to adopt Council Bill R 2023-34, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Loma Linda, removing 141 acres of property from an agricultural preserve. Councilman Jindal,
Yes.
Councilman Leonard.
Yeah.
Councilman Racy,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly. Mayor Hoover.
I just want to check with Scott again to make sure the supervisor doesn't want to weigh in on.
Way above my security clearance.
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on to non-agendized public participation. Anybody caring, we want to come up? Scott's already told me no twice. Milford, nobody. Okay, we're gonna move on. On to our scheduled items. So we have a consent calendar. First, and a second. Madam Clerk?
Motion is to approve consent calendar, the City Council agenda as submitted. Councilman Jindal.
Yes.
Councilman Leonard.
Yes.
Councilman Rixey.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly. Mayor Hoover.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you very much. No old business. We already dispensed with, well, any other new business? You want to bring up?
Nobody asked me about public works project there.
Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna be sad. You can address that in reports of officers. Okay, any reports of council members? Reports of officers? And then, all right, we're gonna adjourn and we'll open up the housing authority. Any items to be added or deleted there, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, anybody in the public want to come forward and speak about anything here? You getting out of there?
Oh, it's just crossing my leg.
Baker. All right.
So long, he had to reposition here after 14 minutes.
All right, we'll move on to the consent calendar. First and a second. Madam Clerk.
Motion is to approve the consent calendar items on the Housing Authority agenda as submitted. Councilman Jindal.
Yes.
Councilman Leonard.
Yes.
Councilman Rixey.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly. Mayor Hoover.
Yes.
Motion carried
Thank you
unanimously.
very much. No new business. Any chair or member reports? Seeing none, reports of officers. We will adjourn that and move into the successor agency. Any items to be added or deleted there?
No, sir.
It's your last chance, Scott. Last chance.
Gonna take the fifth.
Okay. Scott's not buying it. We'll move on to the consent calendar here. First and a second, Clerk.
Motion is to approve the consent calendar items on the successor agency agenda as submitted. Councilman Jindal.
Yes.
Councilman Leonard.
Yes.
Councilman Rixey.
Yeah, I do that.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly. Mayor Hoover.
Yes.
Motion carried
Thank
unanimously.
you very much. And that will adjourn that meeting, and so we're done. Thank you. Sorry, Milford, you were excused so long. You were expecting more.
Didn't give my money's worth.
Took you a year to get to.